Indian Railways is dying. This video is from the capital of the country, Delhi. People are shamelessly breaking the rule. They have no fear of law and order. In fact, they themselves are taking the video. Destroying public property, spilling water on women, disturbing them has become a common thing. One day, stone throwing incident has become common on Indian trains. This incident happened last month in January, where stones were thrown at the train going to Mahakumbh in Jalgaon. This is the youth of our country who has airport in his ear and stone in his hand, but his mind is completely empty. They have no fear of law and order. DeepSeek and AI are very far-fetched, but why is it taking so long to take action against the people who have proof against them? Really, the speed at which we take actions on a joke. If we start taking action on the real issues of the country at the same speed, that India will leave China behind. I know that if I make a video on India's Got Talent, then at least thousands of views will come. But I want to discuss the thing that can make the country at least 1% better. If you like our efforts, then please press that like button. Let's target 1000 like, because today I am really sad to say this, but Indian Railway are dying. This stampede at New Delhi railway station killed 18 people, including 3 children. Look, I love Indian Rail. That's why we have made this video celebrating the achievements of Indian Railways. The purpose of today's video is not to belittle Indian Railway. We want to have a productive discussion so that Indian Railway can improve. We call Indian Railway India's lifeline. But in the last few days, we have seen a lot of videos which make us feel that India's lifeline is dead. These videos are not just to talk about problems. At the end of this video, we will also discuss some solutions which can bring civic sense to India, which can save India's railway. If you like our attempt, then please click on that subscribe button. This will only take 2 seconds for you, but it gives us the courage to focus on such solutions. Your one click gives us the energy to make another video. Chapter 1: Indian Railways Problem. Where the entire media was busy making jokes about whether it is a crime or not, there was an incident at New Delhi railway station. There was a stampede. 2600 extra tickets were sold. On an average, where 7,000 tickets are booked, 9,600 tickets were booked. Moreover, 54,000 general class tickets were booked. Officially says that since Mahakumbh is running, a lot of crowd come to railway station. That's why TC could not even check the tickets. If this is an official number, then unofficially, how many people will travel without ticket? We don't know. There were a conflict announcement for the train departing of Mahakumbh, which lead to confuse. First, it was said that the train is coming at platform number 12, and then it was said that the same train is coming at platform number 16, and there was chow. Not being able to manage the crowd is one of the failure of railways. And how is the crowd? You won't believe it. But in 1 year of 2022, more than 15,000 stones fintech incidents took place in India. 400 people were arrested for them. But these are the cases that were reported. I don't know how many unreported cases will be there. If a window of a train breaks, do you know how much it costs to replace it? 22,000 rupees. The money does not belong to anyone's father, but your parents have worked very hard to pay tax and put the money in the treasure of the government. Let's look at the data. Every year, Indian Railways spends 12,000 crore rupees to remove Gutka's stain. 12,000 crore. This is our ISRO's annual budget. The New Indian Express report says that between 2014 and 2019, the number of passengers traveling has increased by 60%. Between 2014 and 2015, TC caught 1.67 crores people traveling without a ticket. This number has increased to 2.76 crores in 2019. And it is not stopping. You must be feeling very negative after hearing all this, right? I feel the same. It feels like nothing can happen, but if we also start shifting to Germany, what the difference between us and other peoples? And that's why we think about solutions. Chapter 2: Privatization of Railways. Watch this video. This is privately managed railway stations. All the problems you see on regular stations are not here. Such a clean railway station can also be found in India. In the comments, people have said that some areas of Nagarigam and developments should be directly privatized. The public sector is just a me of beriberi. Someone says privatization of railways is the need of the hour. Look at any mall or airport. Whenever management is private, all the problems of railway stations like crowd management, cleanliness are not here. So why can't railway do the same? If Indian railways are privatized, what will be its pros and cons? What will be our real benefit? Let's understand both sides of the argument. Number 1. Enhance infrastructure. The first benefit is that infrastructure will improve. NITI Aayog reports says that we are building infrastructure at a speed of 7 km per day. The speed we have to do is almost triple. 19 km per day. Private players can help in this. Number 2. Better service. The second thing is that due to privatization, service will improve. Toilet will be clean. Punctuality will increase. Number 3. World-class technology. With the help of technology, we can improve our travel experience. If we can bring Digi Yatra for airports, why not all railways? And technically, there is no need for privatization. Number 4. Less expenses. If maintenance is entrusted to private players, then the government's expenses will be less. But don't think that privatization is always good. Railways are called public service, where the focus is not on profit but on providing facilities to people, and private players will only focus on profit. Let's understand the cons of privatization. Number 1. Increased prices. Of course, private players will always think about profit because they are a business, so prices can be very expensive. Number 2. Limited coverage. If some stations are not very popular, then private players can lose their focus. Number 3. Job security. Indian Railways is India's second largest employer with more than 12 lakh employees. No private players can handle such a large employees base. They might have to fire some pupils and this will cause a national outrage. Number 4. Conflict of interest. Today's Indian Railway is a policymaker, a regulator and a service provider. Because of this, all the responsibilities is on them. Privatization is done, then blame game might start. Confusion might increase. Tell me in the comments whether you are for or against privatization. My opinion is that for some stations, we need a public-private partnership. What do I mean? I will explain. If managing the ticketing system is becoming difficult for the government, then we have amazing IT companies. They can be given the responsibility of ticketing, just like the government works with TCS in passport service. Private players can also be included. Number 2. Maintenance and security. I feel that keeping the station clean and their security can also be given to private players, because then we can do crowd management. We can control entry points. Those who did not have a ticket can be stopped from coming to the platform and clean toilets can be maintained. I don't feel that railways should be completely privatized, but there is a need for a public-private partnership so that at least some parts of the operation are privatized and the government's pressure is reduced. And most importantly, as a deliverer, we get a better experience. Where should the government focus? The government should focus on making tax. Our freight corridors should be completed as soon as possible. We have talked about all these things in this video. And the responsibility of operating large stations should be left at least partner to private players. So repairing, maintaining securities can be reduce the cost of these things. You see, in the beginning of this video, we said that railways are dying. But who are the killer of railways? I have to show two mirrors of the pretext of this video. One mirror is for those who do not want to see the development of the country. Those who do not want Vande Bharat trains to run. Those who vandalize, break and steal. They are killing Indian railways. At the same time, those who operate the railway are also not operating properly. This is also a truth. The shortcoming due to which people are losing their lives are not improving. Trains are derailing and action is not being taken on them. They are killing Indian Railways from everyone. They are removing people's trust on Indian Railways. Murderers are not one but all. And that's the issue. Chapter 3. We have been lied to. There is a myth in our country that we were giving railways by the British. Some people think that the British were cruel, but at least they give us railway. We own them a lot. But the truth is that they did not building railways for the benefit of Indians. They built railways because if there is any problem in India, then the British can catch the train and reach the nearest port. They can catch a boat from there and then go back to England. Do you know that during World War II, when they needed steel, what did they do first? They demolished Indian railway track. They melted the steel and made weapons. And while leaving India, they left broken railway track. What does it mean? It means that the British took money from us as tax. They brought British steel from that money. They made British companies rich. In return, they laid tracks here, and that too far their own interest. And when needed, they demolished the same track. It means that in a way, they did not do us favor. We did them a favor. Indirectly, we founded their war. They did not found our railway trap. Still, people think that we should thank the British for India's railway. This is so stupid. Today, the railways we see are made by Indians. That's why it's called Indian Railway. And do you know why I told you this story? Because as long as we think that we have not earned it, we have got it for free. We do not value it. And the things that is not valued. To demolish its window, to keep goods on the track, to derail it, to throw stones at it, it does not take time. Have you seen anyone breaking the window of their own house? Have you seen anyone spitting on the walls of their own house? Or have you seen anyone still in their own house? No, right? Because they know that if there is a loss, then it is my loss. So where does this scene go? The people who says that GST is given by everyone. It means that tax is given by everyone and the country run on everyone's money. So then why do not some people break the trains made with their own money? Why do they steal screens? Why do they leave the toilet dirty? Civil sense will only come when we understand that India is my country, not our, but my country. Just like when a guest is called, when the public of the house comes out, we feel ashamed. We think what they will think about us. There we collect money in Diwali and paint the house new so that our image remain good. Similarly, we will have to take this responsibility of repairing the country, because if we do not do it, who else will do it? India needs this sales. Chapter Code Solutions. No country is perfect. It has to be made perfect. Everyone talk about problems because it is easy. If you ask to think about solutions, then people say that it is not my work. That's why I have chosen politicians. If you ask about solution, then everyone stop talking. Let's discuss solutions. Number 1 is entry control. How can we save India's railway from dying? Number 1, entry control. Just like there is entry control at the airport, there is also in the metro. Similarly, we need to do it at the stations too. India has more than 7,000 stations, so it is impossible to modernize every station at the same time. But big stations like Delhi, Mumbai, Kolkata can do it. See, this is an article from 2019 where there is talk of entry control at 200 stations. There is talk of an integrated security system, but what has happened since then? A pandemic comes at when there were elections, and because there was no war, there was an stable too. But there was an improvement. There needs to be an investigation on this. I have heard that many TCs are against such an integrated security system, because if the entry point is controlled, then no one will come to the platform, and then how will the TCs get bribes? Number 2, catch the stone throwers. Stone pelting is a crime offense for which you can even go to jail for 5 years. I agree that it is difficult to determine going at the speed of 100 km per hour, but there are some areas where the incidents of stone throwing are not of one, they happen again and again. Can security be increased by focusing there? Can the people there be catched? Can there be fencing? And most importantly, why do not we make national news about the peoples? They should be publicly ashamed. They should not benefit from any national scheme. They should be defamed. Otherwise, these peoples will not improve. Number 3. Use AI in Yuval Noah Harari's book. Nexus, he described how Iran is using AI. Yes, you may not believe it, but Iran also uses AI. If a woman removes hair mask in public area, then CCTV captures her face, and then AI uses facial recognition to identify who is she. Then she received an SMS and is fined. Repeated offenders are also jailed. This sounds shocking, but Iran is using AI practically like this. Now that is their ideology. And India is not Iran. But can we use AI for public safety? Can we use AI for crowd management? With the help of AI-powered CCTV, I can find out which area is getting crowded. Authorities can get instant alerts. AI can make real-time heat map which can open additional gates in Bangalore. Face detection prototype was tested using CCTV cameras. With the help of this, if someone is leaving their bags, it can be detected. Terrorist has also targeted trains in our country. This is very important for India. AI is both a danger and a solution. If you want to know more about it, we have shared some interesting stories that you will like. What do you think? Whether other solutions should we miss? Let us know in the comments. I know you also have ideas. We want every India to leave the house with the mission to focus our solution and not problems. We want to make our countries better by 1%. Share your idea in the comments.